Who doesn't like asparagus? It's been loved by humans since the days of the ancient Romans, and it holds a very special place in the hearts of Biei farmers and locals alike. Let's find out more about Biei's asparagus. Biei sits at a high altitude, has a very late spring and a very mild summer, which makes it a perfect place to grow asparagus. In fact, the conditions for growing it are so good that Biei is one of the largest producers of asparagus in all of Hokkaido. Nobody is quite certain when exactly asparagus came to Biei, but it's estimated to have been in the region for about 40 years. So we decided to find out more. We made this video in cooperation with Biei's farmers, but we would like to remind you that normally you must never enter Biei's fields. Okay, let's begin our asparagus adventure. What do you suppose these farmers are doing? Well, they're actually clearing the old, dried-out asparagus stems from the year before, in preparation for a brand new crop this year. Unlike many other crops, asparagus seeds are not sown every year. This is because it takes 3 years for the plant to reach a harvestable state, so as you can imagine, sowing the seeds every year would not be very productive. So, once an asparagus field has been established in Biei, it tends to stay there for many years. But even an established plant needs a lot of care. Despite appearances, asparagus is a very weak plant. It's very susceptible to diseases, and it also snaps in high winds. Amazingly, even the act of harvesting it is bad for the plant, which is why, as soon as the harvest is over, preparations begin for the following year. The soil is nourished, and the plant is left to grow wild. This gives the root a fair chance to regain the nourishment it may have lost in the harvest. After the farmers have cleared the old stems, the fields lie empty until about early May, when you might notice these strange purple shoots that start sticking up out of the soil. These are the beginnings of asparagus. They might look small now, but asparagus grow at a ridiculous speed of 7 inches a day, and in no time at all, they're big enough for harvest. Given how difficult asparagus are to grow, you might think that Biei's farmers turn to a more time-saving method when it comes to harvest, such as machinery. However, Biei's steep and rolling hills mean that machinery is not always the safest nor the most productive means to harvest. Furthermore, as we've already seen, asparagus is a very delicate plant, so the best way to harvest them is with tactile human hands and a small scythe. With how big some of Biei's asparagus fields are, this is definitely not an easy task. It's very hard on your back and on your legs. And for a plant that blows over easily in the wind, they are extremely fibrous and extremely difficult to cut. What's more, if they're going to the shelves of supermarkets, then they must be harvested to a strict industry standard. They cannot have any cuts or grazes, and they must all be a very specific size. All that work just for a handful of stems. We certainly now understand the value of asparagus, and we have nothing but respect for Biei's hard-working farmers. What is it about Biei's asparagus that makes it so special? Why do farmers continue to work so hard to keep making high-quality produce? Well, that's not a question that's easily answered. But many believe that the sweet taste and the crisp snap of Biei's asparagus are what makes it so unique, and what makes it so versatile for so many different forms of cooking. But don't just take our word for it, you should come and try it yourself. From May to June, restaurants and cafes all over Biei celebrate this vegetable by putting it on their menus. So we hope we'll see you here soon for some delicious Biei asparagus.